does not mean pretending they never betrayed you, never lied, never tried to destroy you. Forgiveness is for your peace, but reconciliation, that requires more than just empty apologies and crocodile tears. Your enemies want you to believe that forgiveness means erasing the past, that it means restoring what was broken without consequence, that you should meet them with open arms as if their actions never happened. But let's be clear, there is a difference between freeing yourself and reattaching yourself to the very people who put you in chains. You don't keep a bridge standing after it's been burned to the ground. Some connections are meant to turn to ashes. Forgiveness is your power. It releases you from the grip of anger, from the poison of resentment, from the weight of carrying what they did to you. But forgiveness does not erase history. It does not make the past disappear, and it sure as hell does not mean allowing them back into your space, your energy, or your peace. Reconciliation is a privilege that must be earned. And here's the truth: most of your enemies will never qualify for it. They will never truly take responsibility. They will never admit their wrongs. They will never seek to rebuild what they shattered. They will expect you to let it go while they continue to move the same way, with the same manipulative games, waiting for the next opportunity to strike. An enemy who only regrets getting caught is still an enemy. Some people will only return to your life to test if you're still blind. They will act like they've changed, act like they've grown, act like they understand the damage they caused, until the moment they see an opening to repeat the cycle. Do not fall for it. Forgiveness is your gift to yourself. It's your way of choosing peace over poison, healing over hatred, freedom over fury. But reconciliation, that's a contract that requires both parties to show up with truth, accountability, and a willingness to repair what was broken. A thief may return what they stole, but trust is never simply given back. Your enemies may never change. They may never admit to the harm they caused. They may never ask for forgiveness, not because they don't need it, but because their pride won't let them. And that's not your burden to carry. So forgive them for yourself. Let go of the bitterness. Release the weight. But never mistake your forgiveness as an invitation for them to return. You are not obligated to rebuild with those who shattered you. Some doors must remain closed forever. And that, chosen ones, is your true power. Number 9, your existence is their agony, and they can't escape it. A moth will fight the flame, not because it hates the fire, but because it cannot resist the light. Your enemies do not just despise you, they are haunted by what you represent. Chosen ones, understand this. You don't just exist, you disrupt. Your presence alone is a declaration, an undeniable statement that something greater is moving through you. And that terrifies them. It's not just your strength, your resilience, or your gifts that make them uncomfortable. It's the force backing you. The very essence of your calling shakes the foundation of those who live in rebellion. They sense it, even if they don't understand it. They recognize something in you that contradicts everything they stand for. And so they resist, they attack, they plot, they try to erase you. But here's where they fail. Your purpose was written long before they ever decided to stand against it. Your path is not up for their approval. The power moving through you is not something they can dismantle, and that reality is their greatest frustration. A wave does not ask permission to crash upon the shore. The chosen do not ask permission to rise. They don't hate you because of what you've done. They hate you because of what you are, a living, breathing reminder of what they refuse to embrace. You expose them without even trying. You make them restless, simply by existing. And that is why they fight so hard to break you. This isn't about jealousy. It's about rebellion. It's about defiance against something far greater than you. They aren't just resisting you. They are resisting the very force that set you apart. They cannot stand the fact that no matter what they do, they cannot change your destiny. They cannot rewrite what has already been sealed. A storm can scream all it wants, but it cannot shake the mountain. So they lash out. They try to control what cannot be controlled. They convince themselves that if they throw enough obstacles in your path, you will fall. That if they speak against you enough, your power will fade. That if they resist hard enough, they can undo what was already decided. But chosen ones, let them try. Let them exhaust themselves in a battle they can never win. Because the harder they push against you, the deeper they sink into their own destruction. The hand that tries to block the sun only blinds itself. Your enemies think they are at war with you, but they are really at war with the truth. And that is a battle they can never win. The more they resist, the more they expose their own weakness. The more they fight against you, the more they accelerate their own downfall. So don't be surprised when their world begins to collapse, when their own energy turns against them, when the chaos they created starts consuming them whole. This was never just about you. It was about them refusing to accept what was always inevitable. And now, their rebellion has met its end.